know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason. My problem with Canelo is his intensity. He doesn't have the same intensity that he used to have.
In boxing, a legacy can take years to build through tough wins and hard battles, but it can change completely in one night. When a champion falls, chaos often follows. The night Canelo Alvarez faced Terence Crawford wasn't just a fight for titles, it was a clash for the essence of the sport. While the match itself was historic, the real story unfolded after the final bell, when two of boxing's biggest figures made statements that sent shockwaves through the world. The fight was expected to be another crowning moment for Canelo. Instead, it turned into a masterclass by Terence "Bud" Crawford. From the first round, Crawford changed the narrative. He was faster, sharper, and his moves were a puzzle Canelo couldn't unravel. With his sharp jab and ability to switch stances, Crawford neutralized Canelo's famous power. The powerful left hooks and brutal uppercuts that had knocked many opponents down were nearly ineffective. Crawford didn't just outbox the larger man, he broke him down piece by piece in front of a shocked global audience. It was a performance that not only brought him victory, but also secured his spot among the all-time greats.
That's right.
What about Canelo and Crawford? What do you think?
That's going to be a great fight, too. I can't believe they made that happen. Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Last question, Ali. He said
before the world could fully grasp the upset, the first shockwave hit, coming from the person many considered Canelo's most loyal supporter, Ryan Garcia. For weeks before the fight, Garcia had been Canelo's biggest advocate. He had publicly stated he would bet everything on Canelo winning, dismissing Crawford as too small and outmatched.
Crawford Canelo, Rod.
Oh.
Keep it a stack. This is the fight of the century. Everybody's talking.
I know.
How do you see it, man?
Man, I really see I see that Bud is gonna do good. He's gonna do good. But I don't think he's gonna win. But I do see Bud like getting a lot of punches off, being able to tag Canelo with some good shots, but they have no effect. That's the thing.
He has the best chin that I've ever seen.
And nothing
in my
moves
life.
his head.
Yeah, I've never.
So
I seen one time Triple G hit him and he kind of like, and then he's right back on it.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I know he's gonna be able to hit Canelo because I've seen Canelo in sparring where he like, not that he's getting hit. Well, he is getting hit, but it's so ineffective that what he's doing is just he imposing himself too well, and I see that happening.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Crawford is a great fighter. I think he's one of the best. I just think that he's biting a little bit more than he could chew. But you never know. If anybody can do it, it could be Crawford. You know, I do see him like when he fights. I'm like, damn, how do you beat this guy? You know, he could do it all. He could box. He could bang. He could, you know, step on the gas when he needs to. He could, you know, he could do everything. The only thing I see is sometimes he gets cracked with some crazy ass shots. But other than that, I mean, he's really one of the most complete fighters I've seen in my life.
To the public, his loyalty seemed unwavering. That loyalty vanished over 12 short rounds. Before the official decision was announced, Garcia took to social media, not only congratulating Crawford, but also praising him. "I actually believe Crawford may be the best fighter of all time," he posted. This statement hit the Canelo fans hard. The man who promised to support Canelo was now praising his conqueror as the greatest ever.
My problem with Canelo is his intensity. He doesn't have the same intensity that he used to have, and I think that's going to be the biggest issue for me. Can he still counterpunch? Yes. Can he still be slick? Yes. But does he have the energy and the intensity that he used to have when he was younger, or even when he fought Caleb Plant, to be honest? That was
his last performance.
Last great performance. So for me, it's like, is he going to be able to have that second, third, you know, effort? Because that's the problem what he has. You know, when Bivol gave him like 3 extra movements and 3 extra shots, Canelo ended up doing weird defensive moves that got him out of position. I'm like, what's going on here?
It was like the Ryan shoulder roll.
No, but that's better, bro.
The Ryan roll.
No, that was good, man. I beat up Duarte with
when
that.
he does it, it's good.
Yeah, come on now.
It's a different
I asked Floyd. Floyd said that he had no problem with it. So
you look like Floyd doing that though.
And thank you. I didn't want to hear you talk. You can't fight for nothing.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
This sudden change raised a key question. Was Garcia sincerely reacting as a boxing enthusiast, or was this the most public betrayal in recent sports history? Garcia provided a detailed analysis to support his claim. He highlighted Crawford's catch and counter technique, explaining how Bud effectively absorbed Canelo's power shots on his gloves and quickly countered with precision. He praised Crawford's ring intelligence, his distance control, and his flawless execution of the game plan. Some saw it as a brilliant analysis from a fighter recognizing another's greatness. However, many viewed it as a calculated move. Was Garcia simply trying to distance himself from a beaten champion and align with the new star of the sport? After all, his own history with Canelo's team was complicated, filled with rumored disputes and a very public break. This felt like the final dramatic chapter in their fallout. The backlash on social media was swift and brutal. Fans flooded Garcia's accounts, labeling him a traitor, a clout chaser, and a snake. One user wrote, "You were riding his coattails a week ago, and now you jump ship the second he loses? No loyalty." Another added, "This isn't about boxing, it's about getting attention." The criticism was intense, yet a small but vocal group defended him. They argued that Garcia was simply being honest, a true student of the sport, unafraid to speak an uncomfortable truth. "He's not lying," one supporter stated. "Crawford put on a clinic. Ryan is just the only one brave enough to say it." The debate continued. Was Ryan Garcia a disloyal opportunist or one of the few honest voices left in boxing? Just as the discussion about Garcia reached a peak, another voice emerged, a voice that added another shocking twist. That voice belonged to Jaime Mungia. The undefeated fighter from Tijuana had pushed Canelo to the limit just months earlier. He had battled the Mexican legend for 12 brutal rounds, experiencing his power and timing firsthand. Mungia's opinion was not based on what he watched on a screen. It came from his own experience in the ring. His first words after the Canelo-Crawford fight weren't either praise or condemnation. They were a bold rejection of the entire result. While many were praising Crawford's performance as dominant, Jaime Mungia saw something entirely different. He didn't view it as a Crawford win, but rather as a draw. This claim was so controversial, it made everyone rethink what they had just witnessed. How could a fighter who had been there and understood Canelo better than most perceive a result that no one else did? Mungia explained his take from a fighter's perspective. He recognized Crawford's immense skill, but pointed to the middle rounds where Canelo was aggressive, relentlessly pursuing Crawford and landing heavy body shots meant to drain his energy. For a judge or a fellow fighter who values effective aggression and damaging power shots, those were Canelo's rounds. Mungia believed Canelo's successful efforts at pressure were enough to level the fight, making it much closer than the official scorecards indicated.
Yo la verdad creo que Crawford pues sin duda hizo una gran pelea, una pelea muy inteligente. La verdad que yo miré pues a Crawford cerrar muy bien. Creo que fue una pelea muy pareja. Para mí pudo haber sido un empate, pero fue una buena pelea.
Con el resultado de la noche, ¿pensabas que tenía Crawford la capacidad de aguantar los golpes de Canelo ya que has compartido el ring con él?
Bueno, yo creí que sí le iba a pesar un poquito ahí el peso, pero pues vimos que subió muy bien hidratado y se acopló muy bien a la división.
What was the most impressive part about Crawford's performance?
¿Qué será? Bueno, yo creo que te digo, se acopló muy bien a la 168. La verdad que cuando subes de división, una división, a veces sientes la diferencia, pero él subió 3 divisiones, entonces es lo que más me impresionó, ¿no? Que se acopló muy bien a los golpes de Canelo.
¿Crees que vale la pena hacer un rematch? Is it worth getting a rematch?
Puede ser que sea una revancha, puede ser que sí.
Should Crawford retire at this point or Crawford continue his career?
Yo creo que va a seguir. Yo creo que sigue.
What about Canelo? What's next for Canelo, you think?
Pues no sabe, yo creo que una revancha puede ser posible. Crawford, rematch.
Maybe a rematch with Crawford.
No, gracias.
Mungia's statement was either a moment of pure honesty or a strategic move. By questioning the validity of Crawford's victory, he was not only defending the man he had recently fought, but also inserting himself into the biggest conversation in boxing. His controversial opinion reignited discussions about a potential rematch. It created the perfect narrative, an unresolved score, a disputed result, and a reason for the two titans to face off again. At the same time, Mungia subtly reminded everyone that he was a contender who had pushed Canelo to the edge and now had a crucial opinion in the biggest drama of the division. He was no longer just waiting for his turn, he was actively shaping the future. In the end, the legacy of Canelo versus Crawford became more than just a simple win or loss. It became a catalyst that revealed the fragile loyalties and complex strategies that define the sport. The fight produced two powerful, conflicting narratives that now dominate boxing. On one side, Ryan Garcia's apparent betrayal forces us to rethink what loyalty means in a world driven by fame. On the other hand, Jaime Mungia's surprising descent challenges us to question what we see with our own eyes. The story is no longer solely about who won the fight, but about whose voice will help shape the future. In boxing, the battle of words that follows the final bell often leaves the most lasting impact.